Hello and welcome to One Cool Thing, PC Mag's daily show where we craft one cool thing to show you here in the PC Mag Labs. Will, what have we crafted today?
This is the Nintendo Labo Vehicle Kit. It is the third Labo set. We've probably seen us highlighted on the show before or read our reviews of it. Labo is Nintendo's arts and crafts, STEM-ish kind of programmable video game experience. You get a big box full of cardboard with pre-cut out shapes. You get extensive instructions on how to build these elaborate cardboard mechanisms, and then you use them to play games. And this is the vehicle one, so we have the adventure mode set up right now, and we have the main vehicle Toy-Cons is what they call it, because this is a Joy-Con, and you put it in to make a Toy-Con.
And now this works with Nintendo Switch, right?
It is for Nintendo Switch specifically.
I am trying not to sneeze. Okay, so how long did it take you to build all of these various car parts?
Total about 6 to 8 hours. The instructions are very easy to follow. It's an interesting and it's a very fun experience. It's kind of similar to like building a Gunpla model kit or like any kind of craft project. It's fun on its own, but it does take a good amount of time, and it's very helpful that the Switch software has a lot of really good instructions going step by step every fold, and turns these sheets of cardboard and rubber bands and reflective stickers into these really sort of elaborate mechanisms.
Do you need tools?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's just it's like origami with cardboard.
Okay, so you have 3 components here for your cardboard origami car game.
Well,
what are these
4.
various pieces?
Down here is the pedal,
okay,
which the left Joy-Con is already in right now, and that basically is the accelerator for all of the vehicles. So whatever you're using, you need to use the pedal with it.
Okay.
And this is the key. You put the right Joy-Con in here.
Whoa!
And it lets you basically use these different vehicles. So it's kind of thematic. Put your key in the ignition or in the weird slot on these things.
Okay.
Steering wheel for a car.
Right.
Sort of a control thing for piloting a submarine.
It looks like an engine or something.
Kind of. And a joystick. So why don't we start with the car, because we're in the adventure mode, which is the biggest mode in the Labo software.
What time is it, kids? It's adventure time.
Okay.
So this slot here, by the way, this is for putting the Switch screen into?
We can actually remove that
if
we want to. It just takes a second.
Don't bother.
Okay.
It's fine. Don't undo your beautiful work.
But you can see here, because this uses the infrared sensor, this little black bar on here, it's a camera, so it can detect complex patterns of reflecting light, and it uses a series of reflecting little white stickers all inside these devices to basically figure out what it's looking at. So you put it in here, and this becomes a car. And it uses the sensor and the motion controls to just figure out what you're doing.
It's like you're driving in reverse the entire time.
So I have... And it has all these different mechanisms that, again, use these stickers and the motion controls inside here. So I can select, wipers if I get mud on, and there's a radio. And this is the car. Oh, and if I pull this...
So you're driving your cardboard.
And there's even a reverse lever, so I can go backwards.
Which is kind of like forwards if he's looking backwards. And I'm confused about the geometry here. Okay, so car, now it's a vehicle kit though, not a car kit, so there's multiple things you can drive.
Yep, and just the fact that this was just sheets of cardboard that I spent 3-4 hours putting together and attaching rubber bands to and stickers to, and that it became this is really
awesome.
Impressive.
Yeah.
This is a lot simpler. It's just sort of using cardboard as a little bit of springiness and then a holder, so just purely uses the motion controls. But you put it in. Now I'm a plane.
How much does this thing cost, by the way?
This is $70.
Okay, do you need the basic Labo kit?
You don't. Each Labo set is pretty much on its own.
Independent.
We have a question.
Would you recommend this as a first kit? Would someone be kind of lost if they jumped right into this one?
No, each Labo kit is actually pretty good at introducing you to the basics of everything and just letting you figure out, hey, this is what Labo does. This is the vehicle kit, and it's really good, but we actually gave this 4.5 stars, editor's choice. But the variety kit, the first one, we gave 5 stars because it is there's more variety to it. You can build a piano, you can build sort of a motorcycle controller, which you can use with Mario Kart, which is neat. And
now,
Yep.
Now, with this kit, can you still also, like, one of the things I think is cool is you can also build your own Labo creations, right?
Yep.
You can do that with the Variety Kit. Can you do that here too?
Yeah, you can. In fact, why don't we, I'm running out of gas anyway, so why don't I
No, let's crash our plane.
You don't, because you automatically get a little parachute.
I love how just nice and happy Nintendo's world is.
Usually, although Kirby has some really, really dark eldritch lore.
True, but in general, like of the platforms, Nintendo is the one which most kind of enwraps you in a nice big hug.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, the Toy-Con Garage is something that the other two Labo kits have, and it lets you just basically design your own Toy-Cons. You can also we can't actually show this in TV mode because, well, that's how we're showing it right now. It works normally if you're trying to use it normally.
But so you can
show it
design
right
your
now.
own Toy-Cons.
Yeah, it's like block-based programming, so you can like set it to like you press a button on here and the other one vibrates, or if you tap the screen, then it lights up, and just all these different sort of if-then things. Very simple programming, but lets you just figure out what to do with your own cardboard creations.
It's awesome.
And then for the vehicle one is custom controls, which is probably also going to give me the error, but maybe it'll show us like a hint of it. So you can test the different modes, and it lets you translate whatever your Toy-Con creations are. Like you can have conventional controls, you can use the sticks, you can use different motion functions, and it lets you create your own ways to control. So you can say program the rally mode to use the joystick to drive a car. So like you tilt it instead of spinning the wheel and you're driving the car. And you can experiment with these different ways to control games, kind of like programming your own Wii game of how to like, use the waggle. It's really neat.
Question.
If I want to do some of these custom formulas, but I don't want to think up my own, like I want to use something that someone else has devised, like is there a good website for looking at these?
Is there a community?
I'd be surprised if there isn't a community, but I haven't seen one specifically pop up. I have been hoping to see a community develop ever since the first Labo sets. But, it's very much like a kid's craft set. So I don't know if we're going to see the same kind of groundswell that certain, Raspberry Pi or Arduino
I don't know, man.
developers
Scratch
can do.
has a huge community.
Well, there might be
all 10-year-olds.
There might be some really huge Toy-Con communities. I just haven't looked into them yet myself. But maybe in the future.
Is there like a file format? Could you share
No.
Toy-Con
This is still a Nintendo.
setups?
This is still a Nintendo game, and you can't even get save files off the Switch yet.
Okay,
it's been a year and a half.
But there's also no like social aspect where you can't like share Toy-Cons between friends.
Not really, though. There's always you can always take a picture and like tweet and like capture video, so you can do that. But if you want to like share your own Toy-Con designs or things like that, it's use your phone, which is actually how Nintendo does voice chat too. So they take so many steps forward in creative, brilliant ways, like creating these, and then they still are a decade behind Microsoft and Sony when it comes to online service.
And that said, as a parent, I really appreciate that.
It makes it very safe
to some level about Nintendo, because it means that I'm not exposing my child to the vast, steaming green pool of toxic noxiousness that is everyone playing games on the internet.
Or to Roblox, which can get very expensive.
Great thing about Scratch, it's free. Any more questions?
Okay, so I mean, how much tinkering have you done personally? Have you come up with anything?
Not really, because while I'm very good at fixing things and identifying things and analyzing things, I'm not good at designing things. So, whenever I had Legos when I was a kid, I would build a castle and I was like, hey, I made a shed. Because I just, unless I see sort of the mechanisms myself and see like how they develop, I can't really synthesize them out of nothing. So,
did you follow the instructions? Were you like the dad in the Lego movie?
No, I just wasn't very good at making stuff look cool because not very good with visual aesthetic design.
But these look beautiful aesthetically.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Nintendo is very open about like, hey, you can customize these. You can like paint and put stickers on all these. And they even offer like accessory kits with different new stencils and stickers.
Paint your submarine controller with metallic paint. Make it look old and rusty.
Yeah.
Any more questions out there?
So now that we've had a couple of the kits out for a few months now, have they been updating the software at all? Like, are they adding like new parts to the games or anything like that?
Not really. There has been the Mario Kart stuff I've mentioned, where the motorcycle and I think possibly the car, but I'm not sure if that's updated. You can actually control Mario Kart 8 Deluxe using Toy-Cons, which is really cool. But for the software itself, it's like the kits come with cards. They aren't even like download things because you want the cardboard bits for it. So it's pretty much like you get the box and that's everything you need. There's no update. There's no like online integration. It's just follow these instructions, build your thing.
I guess if anything, the update would be
New sets like the vehicle set.
new sets or the ability to build your own sets and to build your own creations.
Which is, came out of the box with the Toy-Con Garage.
Let's take another one.
Have they announced others that are in the works?
Not yet, but hopefully we'll be seeing more because this is just some interesting stuff to build.
What have we reviewed? 3 of them? 4 of them?
3 of them.
Okay.
There's the variety set, the robot set, which is kind of neat, but it's like very one-off and it actually costs $10 more than the others, and the vehicle set. The vehicle and variety sets, we've given them both editor's choice because they are really good experiences for like if you want your kid to start to kind of learn basic engineering and crafts and even STEM and basic programming. This is a good jumping off point if they have a Switch.
Any more?
All good.
Great. So this is the Nintendo Labo Vehicle Kit. It is $70. It is 4.5 stars editor's choice. We love Labo. We think it's a lot of fun. It's educational. It's entertaining. All of that stuff. Thank you all for watching. This has been One Cool Thing from PCMag.com. We will be back tomorrow with another cool thing on Facebook Live, taking your comments and questions. And if you are on YouTube, then please like and subscribe. We have another cool thing for you every day.
Turbo Teen out.